Hey everybody, this is David B69 and this is Philadelphia Phillies franchise. And yeah, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the season. Trying to finish off the sweep against these Kansas City Royals, which their pitching has done a marvelous job against us. No lies there whatsoever. Um, Actually, we're gonna have to. Well, we can have Arenado sit, and we'll have Wilson in the game. JT will sit. Uh, Ario will play second. Playing center field will be Cal Stevenson. Playing. Actually, we'll keep Kepler in the game. We'll just swap him out the right field. And we'll sub Nick out. And let Evan Carter play. So now we've got a bunch of people just sitting on the bench getting today off. I like to have that kind of border. And since Max is playing well, he'll hit fifth. Yeah, we're just going to stick with this. Let's go.
From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, the national spotlight is on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get started. And towing the slab here, Zach Wheeler.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. And there's one down. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. And no doubt a big factor in this series so far, Jonathan India.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
One down, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. Next offering upstairs. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third, shortstop.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He won the high school home run derby in 2018. They held the events between rounds during MLB's home run derby at Nationals Park.
Such a cool experience for Bobby Witt Jr. He had 8 homers in 76 seconds, hitting in front of major leaguers and 43,000 plus fans inside the stadium. Man, my adrenaline would have been pumping in that moment.
And the pitch. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Home run number 30 on the year, and the Royals take the lead. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So 1 out, nobody on. Next to hit, Nelson Velasquez. That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper. Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Swings and misses. The high heat, too much on that one.
Well, 3 pitches, down, down, fastball up, swinging, boog. It's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there.
Next pitch is outside.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
And there's a ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 2 outs, base is empty. That one blasted deep to right, ranging back. Up against the wall and brings it in. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Back here in Philadelphia, and on the hill today, Michael Wacha.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
On the ground. On to first, and a quick out, number 1. Bryce Harper at the plate now. Singing, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 16 years old. And, of course, MLB The Show in 2019. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Hard hit, right side. Over to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
Batting third.
2 down, base is empty. And now here is Alec Bohm. And first offering is fouled off. That's hard hit on the line. Dives. What a play.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder. You lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
New inning getting started. And to the plate for Kansas City, Michael Massey. First pitch just misses. That one lifted to left. Carter. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down. Next is the Royals catcher, Freddie Fermin. That one missing inside. Next offering is in for a strike.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
2-2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Base knock, center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Batting 8, left fielder.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swings through that one for strike 2. Man at first, one away. Just missing there. Now 1-2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner. Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Kyle Isbell in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Fermin off of first with 2 away. And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. Royals lead 1. They're up 2-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now the third baseman, Weston Wilson.
Weston Wilson.
Waka back to work. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
There's a swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
That one inside. And the count 1-2. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Yeah, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting fifth.
Now batting Max
right
Kepler.
fielder, Max
2 RBIs last
Kepler.
night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game. And he swings over the top there.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Gets him to chase after that one.
0-2.
And 1-2. 1 out, base is empty. That's inside.
2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Phillies go down. Well, there's a sign from the crew chief. We are officially in a rain delay, as they'll put the tarp on the infield and hope this one passes quickly.
Well, the goal is to resume play within the hour, so that leaves these managers with a bit of a decision. Will they be able to keep their pitchers in the game or not? So we'll have to see on the other side, folks.
Garcia leading things off and takes a strike. And that one ripped into right. Stretches out and hauls it in. Jonathan India at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. India getting the start at second, 28 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In the air, left side. Carter under it. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. There's the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
The shortstop takes the ball. And that skips into dirt. And a swing and a miss there.
2-2.
Goes down looking. So they go quietly there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Left fielder, Evan Carter.
Foul ball there.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Line drive. Makes the catch for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Velasquez hauls it in, 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Cal Stevenson. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Two outs. Good job to fight that one off. Ball 1 there. He goes down looking. 9 straight. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Nelson Velasquez.
Just off the inside edge.
Well, these Royals doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And that one is lifted in the air. Kepler. And it's caught for the out.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Pasquantino, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. That one close, ruled a ball. 2-2. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And next is the designated hitter, Michael Massey. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Close one, doesn't get the call. And 1-1.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
The next offering misses. The count now 2-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Boom. Tracks it down for the out. So one left for Kansas City, but they're on top 2-0. Ready to go. Bottom four. Trey Turner now.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, these Phillies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Here's the 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And misses inside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
One down, base is empty. And another ball. And he grounds one back up the middle. Harper retired. And now it's Alec Bohm. He's 0 for 1.
Alec Bohm.
Ripped to short. Sends it to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Phillies down in order. And they're down 2-0. We go to the top of the 5th. And the batter now, Hunter Renfroe. Wheeler back to work. Foul ball.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Chopped out in front of the plate. And Renfroe is retired. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Caught looking his first time up. Pitch is in there. It's 0-1. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Garver on to first. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Garcia in the box again. Takes a strike. This to third. Wilson. And that'll do it. Royals. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Weston Wilson.
Third baseman, Weston.
It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break. You know, these Phils, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point. And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. Out out of here. That's worth the price of admission. His 31st home run of the season, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Mitch Garver up to hit here. Late swing fouled off. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting.
And
left
digging in for
fielder,
Philadelphia, Evan Carter. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-2.
And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. That's outside. And the count is 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Started to go to 1-2. A check on it to third. And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. But they draw within 1. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. So up now for Kansas City, Jonathan India. And the sweeper catches the plate.
No ball. 1 strike.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Next offering upstairs.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And next up for the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way. Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
That one inside, and now 2-0.
So critical to keep an eye on the pitch count this time of the year. Guys can start to run on fumes a little bit. Mechanics can drop off. And we know they need him to be fresh and ready for big innings in October.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk,
Now
and
batting, first
guy at the
baseman,
plate was not going to
Vinny
help him out by swinging
Pasquantino.
at something out of the zone.
And here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. That one the other way, and it goes just foul.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Here's the throw. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And they lead
Now
by
batting,
2.
the designated hitter,
Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Traffic on the bases with one already in. And we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, they didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series. So no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Arroyo. Arroyo goes 6'1", 220 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Meanwhile,
0-1.
activity in the bullpen. Carlos Estevez appears to be getting loose. Bubic also getting ready. Fouled off. He was late. Line to left. Renfroe makes the play, and there's one down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning,
Now batting,
anything
the
after
center
that, a
fielder,
hitter or two
Cal
is bonus, but
Stevenson.
they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Stevenson at the plate now as he
No
chases
balls,
after
one
that
strike.
one.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So now back to the top of the order. Michael A. Taylor into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is
Number
not a
25.
position he's used to playing as far as we
Michael
know.
A. Taylor.
Trey Turner at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Hit in the air, center field. Isbell under it. 2 away.
Now batting.
Here's Bryce Harper.
Bryce
So here's the guy that is,
Harper.
I think, right now the favorite to win the National League MVP. That's towards center. Isbell under this one. Makes the catch. That is the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia, and it remains a 3-1 ball game.
Now
Sam
pitching for the
Hentges
Phillies.
comes on now.
Pretty
Number
tight
31.
game, so they're looking for quality
Sam
pitches out of him right
Hentges.
here. Got to do his best to keep the score
Leading off
right
for
where it
Kansas
is.
City, left fielder,
Michael A.
Michael
Taylor
A. Taylor.
now at the plate. That clips the corner. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Got him. Now 1 away.
Well, I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Hentges ready to fire now. Slider right there.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
There's the strike. 95 of that one.
1 ball.
Well, that's really
2
the
strikes.
money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
That one down the line. Slings to first, and 2 away to start the 7th. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia. Swing and a ball line to center. Base hit, And that keeps the inning alive. Now the number 2 hitter, Jonathan India. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Garcia off of first with 2 away. Fought off foul. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that makes it 30 stolen bases for him this season. This one in the air. Arroyo nabs it, and that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Carlos Estevez.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Estevez, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. In the air, right field, and that drops foul. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Velasquez pulls it in on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Wilson, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
That one off the mark, and the count even 1-1.
1 strike.
Bases empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Popped up. Estevez corrals it, and there's 2 away. Max Kepler at the plate. He's already homered here in this one.
Max Kepler.
Just missed. And that one hammered. That's bad. Gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 3-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
And here is Mitch Garver. Late on that fastball.
No ball. 1 strike.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, left fielder, Evan.
And the Royals
Carter.
manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Carlos Estevez will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Now on the bump, Chris Bubich.
Number 50.
And he's done a great job
Chris
keeping the ball in the
Bubich.
park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Runner at first with 2 away. Evan Carter stands in for the Phillies and fouled off.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And a swing and a miss.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. And just misses with that one.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back here in Philadelphia, and here is Bobby Witt Jr. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
The throw to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Nelson Velasquez. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
0-1.
Pulls that one foul.
Well, he's ready for that fastball right there. Really turned on it, hit it hard, had the distance, but just too much hook to it. So you might want to make a little bit of an adjustment, let it travel a little more, and see if you can keep that thing fair.
2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. Just missed.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity.
Well, looks at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Royals, but they're up 3-2.
Pitching for
Hunter
Kansas
Harvey
City.
gets the call from the
Number
pen.
56.
And as relievers go, he's
Hunter
not a big
Harvey.
strikeout guy. He tries to force
Leading
weak
off
contact,
for
so
the Phillies,
command and execution are huge for him.
baseman, Christian Arroyo.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one carrying. And he brings it into the warning track.
Now batting,
He was all
fielder,
over that
Cal
first pitch fastball, but just
Stevenson.
barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And now for the Phillies, Cal Stevenson, 1 for 2. Missed inside with the curve.
1 ball, no strike.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike 1.
From a pitcher's
1-1.
perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
1 down, base is empty.
Ball.
Pitch misses. Counts full, 3-2. Trey Turner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stuff. Just 1 out away from getting out of a huge jam.
Here's Trey Turner. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That one's back up the middle, and it gets through. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Pitching for Kansas
Angel
City.
Serpa taking
Number
over on the
61.
mound. This is his 5th
Angel
appearance of the year.
Serpa.
And now here is Harper.
So clutch, you could argue that he's been this team's MVP this year.
pitch
Ball one.
misses inside, and that
1-0.
is ball one.
Well, with the tie and run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. And that's the inning. Mission accomplished from the Royals bullpen that time. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Royals 3 and the Phillies 2.
Now pitching.
We're
for
back.
The
It's the
Phillies.
top of the ninth. And there's a
Number
new pitcher on the
26.
mound. Matt Strom.
Matt
He has a
Strom.
great slider with tons of movement. Massey in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that drops in for a strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual
Royals.
performance you want to
Catcher,
flush. He
ready
just
for
hasn't looked
lead.
very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And that's downstairs. And it's a ball and a
One
strike.
ball, one strike.
And that one sliced foul. Good eye in that spot. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. This one popped up. Boom. Moving under it. He's got it, and there's two away. Digging in, Michael A. Taylor. His first at-bat was a strikeout. And it's fouled away.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they make short work of him there. High to the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Royals.
Now pitching for
Welcome
Kansas
back,
City.
and here comes the
Number
closer,
60.
Lucas Erceg.
Lucas.
And we all know
Erceg.
about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
The other way, puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well.
Now
I know
ready.
it didn't produce a hit,
Third
but he made
baseman,
solid
Weston
contact, and that's all you're
Wilson.
looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Late swing, fouled off. Trying to close out a one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. And a swing and a miss. There's that
No
slider.
ball, two strike.
That one
That's the
missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. That's back there. Out of here. He circles the bases, and we are tied. It's 3-3. Here comes the crowd. These Phillies fans are loud.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now it's going to be Max Kepler, and that misses. Ball
One
one.
ball, no strike.
One out, bases empty, and a run in. We're in the last half of the ninth inning.
That's out the corner.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Erceg Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Now, when you follow up a triple-digit fastball with
Now
a
that is
nasty
the
changeup,
catcher,
pretty
Mitch
much every time the hitter's
Garver.
going to be in trouble. And that was the plan. Get him to sit dead red on the fastball and then just make him look foolish with the off-speed stuff.
And the batter now, Mitch Garver. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do? Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. But this clutch home run gets us even again. We're tied now at 3 apiece. We head to extras on MLB The Show's Game of the Week.
Now pitching
We're
for
back,
the Phillies.
and on the mound is the closer,
Number 59.
Yohan Duran.
Pitch
big
hitting
swing and
for
miss.
the Royals, number 13, Salvador Perez.
And that one fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he punches him out. He went around. So up now for Kansas City, Michael Garcia. That's in there. Strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. That one finds the zone. 1 and 2.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
3 and 2.
Jonathan India in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it drops in. Here comes the throw. Tag, save. It's 4-3. 1 down. Jonathan India will hit next. Swing and a liner. Base hit out into right center field. Coming home. The throw to second is offline.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI.
that
Put a
shortstop,
really nice
Bobby Witt
balanced
Jr.
swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
And a foul ball.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, sort of pitcher hoping for a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Velasquez in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Check swing, called strike. That one at the knees for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the...
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Royals 5 and the Phillies 3. Nick Lofton into the game as a defensive sub now, and he'll take over in center.
Number 12,
Runner in scoring
Nick
position,
Lofton.
no outs. And
Leading
now,
off
Evan
for
Carter.
the Phillies, left fielder, Evan Carter.
Ersig back to work. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here. Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Grounds one to short. Witt. The tag at third, and he's out.
Now batting,
Here's
second
Christian
baseman,
Arroyo.
Christian
0 for 3 in this
Arroyo.
one. That's to third, but it kicks foul. The tying run at the plate. Runner on the move. Throw, and they got him.
Very questionable steal attempt right there. You're down by 2 runs. Tying runs at the plate. Your run is so important. You have to be smarter than that. They can't be playing around in this situation. Trust the guy at the plate with one swing to tie it up. That right there could be very costly.
The Phillies down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.
Yeah. Well, the main sad part about this game is, number one, the pitcher was like the umpire was screwing us up early in this game, not giving us the strikes that were like right down in the plate. And yeah, it's like our pitching overall did okay. It's just their pitching did a better job against us. Either that or I was kind of wild with my swings. I really don't know. I thought I was somewhat patient. And yet you could see the results. I mean, we did not do a great job. Basically only 6 hits in the entire game. That is not going to do it. Kepler staying hot, 2 home runs. Wilson coming to plate and whacking one out. So you got to appreciate that. I think the Braves won today, so we're not going to gain any ground since we lost. Against today, we're going to be going against Yamamoto in our next game. But yeah, it's the magic number is still 3. So yeah, even in the next game, we're not going to be able to do it. Cubs are looking good, and we already know the Dodgers are doing it. And right now, the Mets are looking on the outside. So it seems like these things are pretty much getting closer and closer to solidifying. Red Sox are up. Guardians, this is still anybody's game for the division, which is wild. And the Rangers, they probably will win it. But it's either them or the Mariners are going to be a wild card. So it's going to be interesting to see. So until next time, this is David B69, and I'm out. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.